All right. Welcome. Welcome to Gentle Striker. This is the last class for June before the break. We're going to definitely use a chair and 2 blocks of 2 blankets are the props that you need. We'll work on comparing and contrasting, moving symmetrically and moving one at a time. And so the last couple of weeks, we used weights to lift and lengthen one arm at a time, one side body at a time. And today we'll be thinking more about one leg at a time to challenge to be asymmetrical and therefore balance. And that's why I've asked for the chair. If you don't need the chair and you don't like the chair, it's just there and near. Can't hear
Can you
you?
move it closer? Oh, excellent.
I will try to remember to lift my voice. Oh, it switched to the computer instead of the Yeti. Thank you for that feedback. Not reading the Yeti. It's not reading this Yeti as a potential. It's not reading the Yeti yet. Why is that? That's it. I think when I pulled it. Okay, let's test this. Now the Yeti is being read. Looks like it. Hope so. It's on. It's got a red dot. Can you hear me? Testing. Okay, I think when I pulled it forward, I may have possibly weakened the link. Now, how is it?
It's better.
Okay. All right. So, one arm at a time, one leg at a time. That's the asymmetry. And then we'll always contrast it with symmetry, which is very soothing to the nervous system. So, I want you to notice that. I want you to feel into the friction, the contrast, and then the soothing movement. We want to always know how to come home to relax. All right. Take a nice seat and take your time finding your seat. Maybe you experiment with whether knees are deeply bent in Sukhasana, or you give yourself some freedom of a loose diamond. If you send your legs long and your back feels unsupported, you can bend the knees. You could tip yourself forward or just sit in that chair. You do want to be comfortable for your centering. You don't want the body to be a distraction. So take your time finding your seat and place your bones, finding a way to put yourself that you can kill the motor, you can slow down and pause and check in. Are invited to lower the eyes, and some of you will close your eyes entirely, seeing the eyelids as that symbol to the world, closing the shades, closed for business for the next hour and a half. Everything else can wait because you've set aside time to tend to your body, mind, and spirit in this ancient energy movement practice of yoga. Just let that arise and come forward in your heart with anticipation, hopefully delight, joy, nothing but yoga unfurling in front of you. What does it have to offer me today? Be open, and that's all it asks. That's all yoga asks for, is a willing heart. And you've demonstrated that by showing up. So we begin our centering with acknowledging where we are. So feel your body placed on this land, in the house or building you're in, the room you're in, the position in the room that you have chosen, and a recollection of where the light is streaming in from outside. So placing ourselves, we land, we ground, and from there we bring awareness to the body, this physical form of ours. So familiar, storied, but in this moment, we try to step back, to sit in the seat of ourselves, to observe or notice. Like a witness, you do a brief body scan from top to bottom, just noticing anything that's well and pleasant, neutral, as well as anything that is poking or slightly uneven or ill at ease. You try to hold them all equally in your attention without the story, without the sigh, without even the tightening as you pass by. When that body scan feels complete, internal bow of gratitude to our bodies and all they do for us day in, day out. And then turn that spotlight of this powerful engine of awareness, turn that spotlight, directing the light within. Much different landscape here. Mysterious. Can't find the top or the bottom, and you'll have a journey of a lifetime traversing it. Come within just to recognize where this awareness resides. This awareness that is capable of time travel. It spends quite a bit of time in the past and anticipating the future. And we also know that it's so useful, so essential to remain anchored in the present moment. And this practice of yoga really helps us. It helps us by keeping us present, keeping us moving from one thing to another, from action to pause, from folding to opening, seeing what's available for our bodies, for our spirits. And now bring the breath into your awareness as well. The one system in the body that is both voluntary and involuntary. So it happens involuntarily all the time. Whether you're asleep or awake, it's just breath comes in and goes out. And there's a voluntary aspect of it in that you can shape it. Yoga tells us the breath is that bridge that links your outer body with your inner consciousness. And let's use that bridge and strengthen that bridge now. Feel the breath come in through the nostrils. Fill you up, inflate you, and leave. Just let this breath be natural. Just bring as much awareness and even a descriptive word describing your breath as it is without judgment in the beginning as we start the practice. You might just stay with this observation of the natural breath, linking, weaving, strengthening the fabric, you. Or you might shape the breath in a pranayama practice with me. Just do maybe up to 5 of these. Start every breath practice with an exhale, and then inhale for a count of 4. Pause for a count of 1 or 2, and exhale for a count of 5 or more. You can edit these numbers, but you get the ratio idea. You might inhale for more than 4, but inhale, add that pause for any amount, not to be breath hungry, just to pause, And then a long and slow exhale, hopefully longer than that inhale. And full belly to spine to complete it. And then I'd like to just hand that over to you to do 3 times on your own. Explore it, change the numbers. The idea is the ratio. If you are doing this pranayama, notice the effect on your body, on your nervous system, on your mind. When you complete whatever breath cycle, whatever number round you're on, when you finish that exhale, release. Come back to your natural breath. Bring your hands to meet at your heart in Anjali Mudra and shape your posture. So just grow a little taller through the spine. Maybe feel a little lift in the ribs away from hips. You can tilt the chest up a bit, drawing the shoulders back. And now float the head, just a little ease in the neck. With this adjustment to the posture now, you've opened channels. You're a conduit. Let the breath come in. Let the blood flow freely. Let your energy roam. It's here that you're invited to set an intention. This is a very powerful practice. Don't skip by this. A tool in your pocket to shape your energy, to direct your awareness, to move with intention. If you have your own personal intention, you keep that and hold on to that. I am suggesting a group intention of balance across all your layers of being. Balance in your body, balance in your mind, balance in your spirit. And I share this quote now from the Tao Te Ching, not yogic. The Tao Te Ching is ancient, thousands of years old Chinese text. What I fight weakens me. Whatever I cooperate with strengthens me. What I fight weakens me. What I cooperate with strengthens me. Let's cooperate with our muscles and joints, limbs, with our body today, listening to the body, moving and shaping our poses in ways that is just enough that strengthens us in the practice of yoga. We join our voices, we join our energy, and we begin our practice with a single chant of Om. Exhale, inhale. Om. Inhale when you're ready. Exhale, mudra releases, eyes flutter open. Stretch, change your shape, any kind of movement that feels lovely. And oops, sorry about that. Take your position. Diane, come on in. You've had a long journey from Silver Spring
From Tacoma, DC.
Tacoma. Oh, I'm glad you made it.
Thank you. Hi.
Yeah.
It's a
Mary says hi, and you need a chair today.
Like location. Yeah, I noticed.
You need a chair, 2 blocks and 2 blankets. Just move lightly, lifting, rocking side to side, perhaps lifting a hip, getting some blood flow. Finding a position to do your seated poses from. Begin right away with symmetry, with the sun breath. So let those hands or arms frame your legs, palms forward. I'm going to bring my arms into the frontal plane. That gives my shoulders ease. You can take them out wide or any placement, but feel the lift up and feel the lower. Feel the movement of the body. Then remember the breath. Inhales, we lift and expand and extend. General rule of thumb, and exhales, general rule of thumb, we release. Let's do one more of those and just tune in. Let breath lead the timing. Your arms follow your own inhale. You sometimes have to close my eyes because we get distracted by everyone else and we start to tune in train to others, but we really want to tune into your own. All right, and so just tuning into the symmetry of that. And then we'll do the 6 movements of the spine. And the first one is cat cow. And I love this Qigong version where your wrists are deeply bent. First, just getting the movement of the arms, then we'll add the spine. So press and straighten your arms. And then flip your palms, make a fist, and pull elbows past waist and fists or wrists to waist too. The exhale is to extend the arms straight and long. And maybe you pull chin to chest and round that upper back. And that's there, we're adding the shape. Flip the hands, and then this is your inhale, and chin might lift and chest might lift, and this is your cow back. And then I'd love you to find your own timing. Activate through feet, through legs, especially as you start to add more bend in the spine forward. And active through feet, through inner thighs, through low core to do a cow back. And just keep going. This is warm up. This should be delightful. Just where your spine wants to move. Qigong is always asking for rounded, slow, gentle movement. If you find I'm moving too slow for your breath, feel free. Just find your flow and recognize this is both the shape of your bones as well as flow, blood flow, coming up and down that spine with this movement. These movements at the beginning, you really do the repetition until you feel like your cup is full. So you're like, got that. So finish wherever you are at in your cycle, and then we'll do side bends. And the first side bend is gentle. Let's bend that left elbow. Right hand touches the ground. Left elbow bent. And then we'll take it to the same position on the other side. Right elbow bent. Just slow yourself down. Make this progressive because this is delicious. You might keep the upper arm bent or extend it to 12 o'clock. Just notice the progression and how pleasant it is to go nice and slow and just feel these muscles get hydrated with blood, with water, with all the liquids of the body that help you be supple. And this time you might start to lean towards your ear. Again, uh, repeat the number of times that you're like, yeah, I could use just a little bit more. And press down through foundation, especially if you're adding a deeper stretch through side body. Active feet, active glutes. Squeeze those glutes. You benefit every time you squeeze muscles. In time, we'll all eventually meet upright and notice. Pause. Soft body, soft breath, eyes within, just to notice this pleasant beginning. And then next is our twist. Strong foundation, active, and light upper body. Really light. This should be just playful. Keep elbows bent or lengthen arms. You could go fast or slow. Stay grounded through your hips. And let this be through from waist and above. Soft, gentle. La-di-dee, la-di-da. All right, and then come back together. And for the twist, I'd like you to be thinking about where your arms and shoulders are. So we know that when your palms are forward, that's an external rotation of your shoulders. And when your palms face back, that's an internal. You can feel that. We can also do that with our hands up high. So this right here is external rotation. And then this is a little maneuver with palms facing you and even twisting up and in is called screw in the light bulb. Let's do that. So we go external rotation of shoulders, and then like you're lifting up, you're turning in any amount, and you're screwing in the light bulb. Okay, and we're going to do that to twist. So come on out with these elbow cactus arms, active through feet, core. Twist to the right and turn internally rotate as you screw in the light bulb and lift up a little. And then untwist and face forward and external rotation of shoulder. And then just see how this feels. We're going to do this standing too. Yeah, you're asked to multitask here. Unscrew the light bulb, face forward, and repeat. Active foundation. I'm twisting less, and yet I'm getting an interesting twist in the upper body. So coming back, face forward. Active feet, inner thighs, glutes, core, stretch out, twisting that light bulb, and release, and let go. And just check in. Check in before we leave our seated poses. Maybe work your neck just a little. The neck is very subjective, so just invite the gentlest of movements, um, year side to side, gentle circles or small circles, but you'll find the way that you love. And then you're going to be invited to transition to standing. I would like to invite you to come to table briefly as your foundation for rising. But if you have another way of getting up, that's just fine too. If you like to stretch the body through downward facing dog, this is a great opportunity. If you don't like to do that shape, you could just take a lunge step forward. But I want you to just take your time, stretching as you go. If you're in down dog, do a little warm up, bending knees. In time, you would walk your hands to your feet. And if you're already upright, join us. Come back and join us with an easy forward fold, a generous bend in the knees, and take this opportunity to lengthen with the gravity, with the weight of your upper body hanging off of your hips. Invite a little bounce in the knees, a little jiggle or wiggle in shoulders, whatever you can muster. It's a great place to shake out stress, to lengthen just with your own body weight. Don't forget to shake your head. They call this empty the trash can. Empty it out. Empty it out. We have a negativity bias, and so we just need to let it go, release it, and then we can fill it with intentions. In time, we put hands on hips, bend the knees deeply like a weightlifter, and then lift your long spine up. Nice and slow, and sweep out and up. Hands meet overhead. Slowly come down the midline. And when you land, just take an easy breath in and out, collecting yourself. Yeah, and release. You can shake the body lightly, shake the ankles and wrists, but really trying to get through to bigger joints of knees and elbows. Indeed, up to your powerhouse, which is your hips and your shoulders. When you've just started to get a little shake, we'll have ample opportunity to shake. I want you to move your props. Okay. First thing I'd like to do is use the chair, and for you, I'd like at least two legs of the chair on your mat and two off to the side. Sorry, you need the back of the chair facing you. And this chair is available. I'd like you to feel it for support and integrity of your shape. And then, of course, you leave it if you don't want it. Yeah, back of the chair for you. Back of the chair, face forward on your mat. Hold the chair. This is on my left side, so might as well join me if I'm not cueing you wrong. And inner leg, left leg, is just going to hike a little so that it can swing and clear the ground. This hand on the chair is not balance initially. I just want freedom in your hip. Any amount. You can go higher than this. Just oil it up, baby. Then bring the arm in, but intentionally make it go opposite. And so then you've got your one at a time. Oops, mine started to go the same. You'll notice if they start to do the same thing, you stop yourself and correct it because that's much better balance opposition. One or two more. And release. And pause and check in. I'm going to ask you to turn around. In the studio, you'll see the back wall. I'm not going to show you my backside. I'll turn my chair, but I want you to keep your chair as is. And hold on to the chair and inner leg. You have to flex that foot. You have to hike that hip just a teeny tiny touch, I hope. First, it's just gentle. Just notice where your head is. Place your head over your hips, eyes level, chest up. Any amount of swing if you have a lot of vim and vigor and you want to go higher. And then add in that arm intentionally opposite of the leg swinging. Okay. One or two more. Okay. And pause. And now just stay as you are. Stay with this right hand on the side of the chair, whatever your whatever hand is on that chair. We're going to lift heels. And so when you lift heels, I'll take the outside arm up and your heel lift. Your fingertips can touch. Yeah, if you want to turn around, Kim. You at home, you guys will work it the way it's best for you. Eyes up. Your heels are rising and the outer arm is lifting. Your hand holds the chair and you see how good your balance is. Okay, and then you might start to challenge it and just drift that hand that's on the chair to a T while the other arm drifts straight up. That's a different pattern. Your brain has to then coordinate the heels and the arms. If you wanted to raise both arms, you certainly could. I want you just to lift and lower. Try to slow down and hold a bit as you repeat. About 10. Symmetrical balance, super good for strengthening everything and working on everything with equal tension. In time, you might stay and hold with any shape for your arms. I'm keeping my L pose arms, but you could feel better with both arms up or both arms at a T or one hand touching the chair. Stay, breathe, squeeze, hug in, and eventually let go. Excellent. And just rock forward, backward on your toes. Good. And see if I have something else for you here. Oh, screw in the light bulb. Let's face forward. That's what I wanted to do. It's a good thing I looked at my notes. So now I'd like you face forward, have your hand on the other side. We'll just do a few lifts, but what I really want to do, feel like they can't see my hand in the screen. Okay, so what I really want to do is do a few lifts. Maybe you do this alternate arm. And then what I want for this top arm is for it to be externally rotated and then screw in the light bulb. You feel that internal rotation? And then you could lower all the way down or lower halfway down. You lift up to lengthen, screw in the light bulb, internal rotation. You untwist the light bulb, and either heels are slightly up or they touch down. Okay, so join me. We start with just this lift. And now you've got this right arm, or whatever is the other arm. I like to feel the contrast. How steady and solid we feel when we have this. We know where our head is. Feel good. Then we challenge with a little tap. We know where it is if we need it. And then eventually, I'd like you to come to your position, tap chair, send it wide, or do both hands, okay? So we'll lengthen, screw in the light bulb, one or two hands. We'll exhale all the way lower or lower halfway. Eyes forward, use your drishti, use everything you got, especially if you're doing two hands. Pause. Screw in the light bulb. How many yogis does it take to screw in a light bulb? There's a joke there somewhere. All right, that's enough. Release and let go. And just check it. That's a lot of multitasking. Give me a little shaking. If your brain and your body is going, that's normal. Shake it off. Clear it out. Now I'd like your chair. Lift your chair wisely. You'll be moving it a lot today. Lift your chair and bring the seat of the chair to face you and place it at the top of your mat, seat facing you. I'm going to bring you into Parsvottanasana. This is pyramid pose. Your legs will be longish, you'll lift up, and you'll fold to touch the seat of the chair. If you have tight muscles and you would like to put block there to keep your head above your heart, you could. You start with toes near the seat of the chair. Let's step that right foot back, heel down. Remember, you will be stretching and challenging the back of this front left leg, so add the bend until it warms up. Add a little micro bend as needed. Hips forward, eyes forward, heart forward, lift up, lengthen, head over hips. Exhale, hinge at the hips, long spine. The front knee can bend if there's tight muscles. Touch the seat of the chair, maybe pull chin to chest. Bend the left knee and inhale, rise with strength. Okay, and maybe your eyes lift up. You can bring in that spinal work if you want. So take an inhale. You could always have your arms in cactus if that's better. Now exhale long through the spine. And when this challenge comes to the back of the front leg, you might add that little micro bend to meet the tightness. As you touch hands to the chair, bring chin to chest. Bring in spaciousness between shoulder blades. A little softness. Bend that left knee as needed to really feel that it activates the ankle and the hip of that left leg. Rise, maybe look up, lift hard. This next time we'll stay. Take a breath in. Exhale, long spine, broad shoulders. Feel that strength. Add a little bend to the knee. Let it warm up in time. Pull chin to chest, maybe round the spine and point the tailbone down like a little hat back. And maybe bend the left knee. Allow that. Now, stay where you are, but lengthen legs, lengthen your spine, lengthen your arms, broaden your shoulders, long neck. Just feel that. And then please soften again. You might bend one or both knees. You can allow the cat back and the rounded head and the bent elbows. Now, inhale, stay hands and feet, but lengthen everything in relationship to this pose, Parsvottanasana, wherever you can. All right, and now a little bit of play. Maybe you put forearms on the on the seat. Maybe you bend that front knee a lot. Maybe you bend the back. I would like to invite you, yogis tell us we should be able to have a cup of tea on our SI joint, on our sacrum. So even while you bend things, can you have some awareness of being level across the back hips? Can you free up the head and neck, ear to shoulder? If you have a lot of flexibility, you could put your forehead on the seat of the chair. And then one more lengthening now. So hands touch the seat of the chair. One more stretch. Two legs, long spine, long arms, long neck. And then now we rise. A little bend in that left knee. Press down through feet. Feel your strength. Lift your spine up. Go wide. And then you want to be careful about coming out. As careful coming out as you did going in. Bending knees, step together, land, and feel your symmetry. Just for a moment, just a pause. Checking in. Structure and flow. This people I'm studying with said there's really two things you need to focus on: structure and flow. Structure is posture and balance. It's your bones holding up these organs and all that liquid in your body, and flow. Flow is all the liquids moving: blood, water, synovial fluid, lymph, energy. And yoga does them both. So let's be aware of structure and flow as we do the other side. Your toes are near the seat of the chair. You breathe in, exhale, left foot back. And take your time to set your position. Maybe shift your weight. Maybe bend that front knee. And you know what we're doing, so you'll know what to do to challenge or to support. Ready? Inhale, rise. Get long. Put your head over your hips. Maybe have cactus arms. Exhale, fold. Feel your spine remain long like a drawbridge. You could always bend that right knee. And maybe bow chin. A little bend in the right knee will help you rise with strength. Come on back up. Good. Good catch, Mary. And lengthen. And we'll go again. Inhale. Exhale. Feel the chest. Commit to a broad chest by pinching shoulder blades. Hands touch. Go ahead and bow the chin and bend elbows if you want more. To rise, feet, legs, core. Use it all. Lift up. Maybe lift your chin. This becomes, a little bit of your cow if you want it. Last one. We'll stay. Exhale. Go slow. Think of your structure and bow. And now when you touch the chair, you're invited to play a little bit, to maybe come onto forearms, to maybe bend that right knee. Yeah, go ahead and bend the left knee. To even allow a cat back, chin to chest, tailbone down, turning the head, maybe sway the hips. Find even some freedom, even in this pose of pyramid, that now will lengthen. Uh, Hands on the chair, and you aim to add straightness, not poker straight, just whatever your muscles allow, to the legs, to spine, to arms, to neck. And then exhale, bend any amount, bow any amount, and one more of this lengthening. Stretch muscles, challenge the back of the right leg. And then let's do one more, bow and bend, softness. And then we're going to prepare to rise. So you have to align. You have to straighten that back. You can have a little bend in your right knee. Lift up. Tall, maybe open the heart, maybe tip the palms up and come together. And release it underneath your shoulders and step carefully. Check in, just in stillness, a really important pause. Just as important as all that movement and direction of those limbs and body, and straight this and bend that, this pause, this noticing. All right, eyes flutter open, shake things loosely, shake things lightly, because you can, letting go, jiggling if it feels nice. We're going to do a forward fold to bring you some symmetry after that asymmetry. And I'm going to invite you to potentially touch the chair with cactus arms. So rise up, mountain pose. Look up, Urdhva-stasana. Exhale, cactus, and pinch your shoulder blades and open your chest and commit to staying here. Breath in. Exhale. Point the tailbone back. You can bend knees. You might touch the chair. You might prefer to stay in cactus arms. Strong legs will help support this upper body weight. Rising. Stand up tall. Flip your fingers back. Look up. Open chest. Take a breath in. And fold again. And just notice these legs together, these arms doing the same thing. A fold. Symmetry. Strong legs will help you rise. Good. Once up, extend out and release. And shake it out. Shake it out, shake it out, shake it out. I need you now to turn your chair to the back of the chair faces you. Just doing that with wisdom. Face what you lift. Even if it's super lightweight, you just get good habits. And I think I'm going to give you a profile. We're going to do Warrior 3. Jumping right in, big poses from the beginning of class, and we have the chair to support us. You have two frames of support. You might do the chair with two hands. You might do the chair with one arm. You might do two arms, but know where the chair is, or airplane arms. We'll repeat it 4 times. You might start there and just let the body warm up, but eventually you might be putting those fingertips down to touch the chair, or one up or one wide. If you think that that's too low, you could have props that might support you handy, and you could stick with the original. And if you don't want any of that chair, you'll know that it's in proximity if you lose your balance, so you don't have to come all the way out. Try to make the relationship between the back leg and the upper body as though they have no movability between the two of them. Make them one line. They move, they lift and lower in relationship to each other. Okay, this is balance on one leg. Find your mountain pose. If you would like to stretch your calves, bend knees, but keep heels on the ground. Stretch those calves. They'll be working hard. When you have one leg holding you up, please remember the micro bend in the anchor leg. Really helpful for using all the resources of that leg. All right, draw your weight back to shoulder blades, tailbone, heels. Take a breath in. Maybe both hands touch the chair as your left foot steps back, ball of the foot stays on the ground. Perhaps you join me in lifting the right arm before we come into balance. Or keep both hands on the chair. But here's the alignment. It's like a pole. As you tip forward, left leg lifts, spine and arm fold a little bit or a lot. Release or tap away from the chair and come back. I like to start slow. I like you to feel into it. We'll repeat this on the same leg except 4 times. You could try one arm out wide. Step that left foot back. Take the right arm out wide. Pull the belly in. Keep all that alignment to the best of your ability. As you lift the back leg, touch the chair, or send the other arm out wide. Any amount. We're looking for a little bend in that anchor leg knee. Come on out. Put foot under hip. Release down. Check in. You might go a little lower this time. Just see what happens as you repeat. Left leg back. 1 or 2 arms. Move, drift from the chair. Or perhaps you just use that guideline of the chair back to the chair seat. Explore. Arms at a T like an airplane can give you a lot of balance. And do your best to feel your own spine level, your neck long. Bend that anchor leg knee and come out. You come out, and 3 times is good. If you want to rest and just stand in mountain pose and wait it out, or join me in a 4th one. Anything you need to do to release that anchor leg, and then you're ready. Turn on the light switch, activate muscles, all muscles, wrap around bones, everything you got. Come into your variation. Use the chair. 2 hands could slide down that chair and give you quite a lot of good feedback. To feel this with the one single leg and that strong back and that flexed back foot. Maybe you get lighter. Maybe you take 1 arm. Just experiment for you. Bending that anchor leg knee. Stay for as long as it's good for you. And slow release. When you come down, try to come down gracefully. I just fell into place. We don't want perfection. We just want intention. We just want to know we're aiming for it, and we're going to see what our body does today. Pause here, rest here, fingertips on your chair, attention within, in your symmetry. And then here's your practice to lower your heart rate quickly, efficiently. 1 breath, 2 breaths, 3 breath cycles. What does it take for you? And now let's do empty foot sleeves. So stepping a little wider. We'll do the other side in just a minute. Let's make friends. Give that right anchor leg a break. Easy, gentle. Okay. And then we'll do the same thing. Upside. Do you need to shake? Do you need to let it go? That's a lot of balancing. And balancing is a lot of firming, squeezing, intentional direction of energy and power. So try to release it in between. Start fresh on the other side and see what the other side is like. Stand tall. Step. Right foot back. That's right. It's your other side. Okay. Maybe your right hand stays connected and your left arm rises. Let this be progressive. Lift the right leg. Keep the line. Keep the connection. Active core. Squeeze those glutes. Pinch your shoulder blades. Try it out in any variation at the beginning. And let go. and let go. And just start to notice you're trying to save something in the for 4 of these. Right foot back, maybe left arm wide. The back of the chair is a support. The seat of the chair is available, or nothing. But do try to feel your own sense of alignment. Teacup on the hips is just this idea of awareness. Long neck, release. Set down. Please feel free to bend knees, to let go or wiggle in between. But when you're about to balance, wrap all your muscles around all your bones. Everywhere, everything near, any near bone. Right foot back. But maybe try that. 2 hands on the chair. And either stay here with hands high or lower them to the seat of the chair. For me, when I use 2 hands, I've got level shoulders. That helps me level my hips. A little micro bend in your left knee. Lift support out 1 or both arms and let go. Come back. Feel how, as you repeat these things, how your strength builds, how your muscles go, oh, that's what I'm doing. Is that 3? We got 1 more? All right. Again, take the shape that you want. Take the shape that strengthens you. You don't have to get into the T shape. You could be at that diagonal line. Warrior 3. Single leg balance. Keep connected. That back right leg and that spine are all one line. As one lifts, the other lowers. Hands are propped, or chair is propped to support you. Drift to support. Away, tap away, or catch yourself with the chair. A little bend in the left knee is super helpful. Plug into your center and let go. Put your foot down, land, and with hands at easy access for good posture, you rest. You bring attention within, and you lower that heart rate efficiently with a good full breath in and good full breath out. Okay, step away from that chair. Little space, step wide, hip circles. Let this be whole body. Try to feel it in your toe joints, your ankle joints, your knee joints, your hips and above. Creaky crack. that's that's a good sound. It's a snap, crackle, pop sound, like milk going on Rice Krispies, like synovial fluid coming into the joints. Okay, going the other way if you haven't already. All right, and you can keep your chair. This chair is not necessary for this pose. We'll step as wide as your mat for side bends. Parallel feet, please. Let the mat give you the feedback that your outer edges of your feet are parallel. Power push through outer ankles just to remember them. Lift through inner arches to keep centered and active through the midline. Side bends. Right hand on the right thigh. Drift the left arm. Any shape. Could be a bent elbow or it could just be this arc. And compare it to the side bends that you did seated. Release. And I hope this feels delightful. Repeat 3 times. Over to the right. You could work the neck here by looking up or down or straight forward, but enjoy the pose and release. We'll do 1 more. Press your right hand into your right thigh. Press your outer ankles away from the midline. Zip up through the inseam of the legs and maybe turn the head up. Let this warm you up for triangle pose. Feeling the side body muscles. Let's pause. Let's pause before we do the other side. Put your head over your spinal column. Feel it there and just feel the left side of the body. Okay, left hand kind of presses into left thigh. Dial the right arm. Give yourself freedom. If it's better to be in the frontal plane, give yourself permission to adjust to meet this shoulder. Release. Oh, you're noting, like the scientist, how it feels standing, and after we've done a few hard poses, to now see how you can get this stretch from right ankle through to right wrist. You can turn your gaze other side. Nice. Slow release. And repetition. Remember, outer ankles press out, Inseam of the legs draw in and up, center of gravity to allow this beautiful arcing. It's like you're like a ribbon. And release and let go. Can I get an amen? Heel toe together.
Woman.
Thank you, Mary. Shake, 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 shake. Shake it loose. Now this chair becomes help again. Let's have you turn the chair seat around and you face the middle of the room. Okay, and so this triangle pose, having a hand on this chair as opposed to your own knee or leg, you have to kind of adjust it. Where's your foot best placed? Mine's almost under the chair because I'm short. If you're a lot taller, you'll be fine to adapt. But what I really love about this triangle pose is with with a third party, you can change your gaze. You can turn up. You can open the heart and even lean back, which we wouldn't do. You would not. We would do it very cautiously. We tend to compensate for prevention of backward falls by leaning forward. But with the chair, you might be able to explore a little bit. All right. So step foot close-ish to the seat of the chair. It will be the foot near the chair. It will be talking about your inside leg and your back leg, not left or right. Turn your toes towards the seat of the chair. Let the back foot be parallel to the back edge of your mat. Put your head over your hips. Let's bend that front knee and just give it a little stretch. These legs will be straight-ish like pyramid pose, but give yourself permission to bend the knee if it needs it. There's a lot of freedom in that. Drift your arms out. Feel you're stretching out almost like a star. Then plug in. Make a fist and plug into your shoulders and pull in from ankles to hips and lift that core. Now everybody turn to look at the hand near the chair and lean towards the chair and then tip this line, this pull between the arms, lifting and lowering at the same ratio to touch the seat of the chair. You might get feedback right here that you need a block. That front leg is tight. Give it a little bend. I should have asked you to have a block, but a block gives you quite a bit of freedom to get the triangle edge from hip to shoulder. So you might just take a moment and find that block. Let's stay in the pose. Bring the top arm to the hip and point the elbow back. And see what happens when you bend that front knee and add length. Just this experimentation, opening the heart, maybe drifting gaze up and down. This is your experimentation. A little bend in the knee will help you rise. Power into the center of gravity, holding the tower up, lowering your arms. Stay in the shape for the feet. We'll repeat. Feel your head over your spine. Drift your arms out. Stretch out. Go away from the midline. And then plug into the midline with power and strength. Squeeze muscles. Like show me your biceps. Good. Turn to look at the hand near the chair. Lengthen towards the chair and then tip. Tip and feel that line. Touch the seat of the chair. Bend the knee if you need to. Touch a block if that's better. And that now here's your chance to turn the gaze and look up because you're holding a chair. If that's not a good idea, you don't do it. If you would like to explore the top arm to go toward the ear or toward the hip, to be curious to see how that side body feels. Strong legs, strong core will help you now rise slowly, integrated, head over hips and lower your arms. Good. And I'd like you to do one more. But just pause here, rest. Feel your good alignment before you start. Feel your head over your pelvis. Pinch your shoulder blade. Drift your arms out, stretch. Plug in, squeeze your fists. Good. Lean towards the chair, tip. And bend the knee. Just feel that. If you add just a little bend, once you get into the pose, you want to straighten it or keep it bent. Turn to look down at the chair, but keep your heart open and even take that top arm back. Just explore. All right, and now look straight forward. Squeeze at the core, at your center of gravity, and let that be the anchor that helps you lift upper body and lower. Arms flow down, feet come parallel. Check in. Would you like to step together for a forward fold, or would you like to do a wide-legged fold? They're both available for you. It is considered a release, so please allow bending in knees, rounding in spine, bending in the neck, and anything that gives you freedom. Sashay hips side to side, bend knees one at a time. Anything you can think of, even bouncing. Until you're ready to bring your spine parallel to the ground. Feel your strong legs, outer ankles, and lift. Pulling, using the center line. Let's come upright and step yourself together. Now, for the chair, if you do the other side, you just need to turn the other way. You got this. You know what you're aiming for. We're looking to lengthen and strengthen. We're looking for this lateral opposite triangle. Step wide. Have those parallel feet and outer ankles. Turn the toes that are nearest the seat of the chair towards the seat of the chair. Make sure your back foot is parallel. You could always pivot that back. It's what your hips prefer. All right. Head over spine. Drift your arms out. Stretch out like a star. Even look up. And then plug in. Level chin. Strong muscles. Muscles wrap around bones. The arm near the chair reaches towards the chair, and then you tip. Keeping the line like a pole. Spider tip fingers work. A bend in that knee near the chair works. A block. Let's all take the top hand to the hip. Breathe to the hip and point the elbow back. And just see what happens for the pectoral muscles there. Maybe drift your gaze up. Anything, even drawing that elbow back further. And then let's rise. Squeeze at the core. Bring head over hips. Lower your arms down. Just pause, just a noticing. Any kind of hip sashay here is also just freedom, bend knees. Anything you can think of, circle shoulders. And then we go again. Center line, muscles on, drift arms out. Squeeze fists. I want to see that muscle activation. And then lean or reach towards the chair and tip. Add a bend to the knee, but keep long through arms. Keep long through torso. It's tempting to bend at the waist. It's because I'm tipping you to the side. You do your best to lengthen from that inner hip to inner shoulder. Top arm can now explore. Dial the top arm, perhaps towards the ear. You can look up if that's a good idea to work the neck, or look down. Just this exploration. You could, when that arm is straight up to 12 o'clock, draw it back. Because I'm holding the chair, you might be willing to explore in this way. In time, we neutralize and prepare to rise. Squeeze through the core, lift the tower, and lower. Check in with your head and neck. Little tip, left, right. I'd like to go right into extended side angle. So that's a bent knee. And you might not use the chair. You might step the foot back. You might put a forearm on your thigh, or you might touch the chair and then explore a changing of your spine, like a cat-cow in your spine, which I only do if I'm touching the chair. So you're in the right position. We're going to do this side first, and then I'll get you to do the other side. So you're in the right position already. Let's drift our arms out wide, bend that front knee. If you need to adjust the feet because you know you like it a little bit wider or less, feel this shape and then lower that front forearm either to the thigh or to the seat of the chair with a bent elbow. The top arm drifts straight up or towards your ear. You know this pose. If you have the chair as a support, tip the tailbone forward like a rounded cat back. I get a stretch through my waist, front and back, and then maybe you do a little cow. This is a little exploration that you might add in if it's a good idea. If it feels odd or hurts, you would pass. and check what happens through the spine, through waist, through stretching. Let's release and let go with power in that bent knee near the chair. Bring head up over hips, lower arms. Let those feet go parallel. Let's give you a break. Either a wide-legged forward fold or your hips need a break and you would like feet together and you do a forward fold. But take that break and release muscles, round anything, bounce or shake if needed. It's that symmetry of a forward fold that is the antidote to these big lateral poses. In time, we'll rise with strength by getting the spine parallel to the ground, a little bend in the knees, and lift like a weightlifter. You lift with intention, active, pulling into center. Heel toe your feet together and turn the other way. I'm moving my chair just so that I'm not showing you my back. You turn the other way. I just want to do extended side angle. And then I want to do one thing, the chair pose, which is my favorite part of this class. Step wide, turn your toes towards, we're going to do extended side angle on this other side. If you know, like a warrior two stance, you might step wider, then step that back foot back. Okay, so drift your arms out, you stretch, and then you power in. Bend the front knee, feel that shape, and then lower, either to bring your forearm to your own thigh or to touch the chair. Drift the top arm, maybe to 12 o'clock, maybe to the ear. You're looking for a lengthening and stretching. Adjust and breathe. Now, some of you might join me if you're holding the chair by pulling the tailbone forward. It's a little bit of a pat back. And then arcing the back. So push hard forward, tailbone back like a little cat. No, cow is that. Okay, so I'm asking it to be directed from the pelvis. So just, if that's where the only place where the tip of the pelvis happens, that's fine. But if you want to bring in your top spine, you can. All right. Stay steady, neutralize, power through that front bent knee. Power through the core. Lift up. Lower. Feet parallel. And again, a forward fold. Do you need to close these hips and do a forward fold, or do you like a wide-legged forward fold? Do the one you love. Make friends again with easy rounding, with a symmetrical forward fold, everything doing the same thing. When you're ready, long spine, strong spine, lifts up. Pull the belly in, pull your shoulder blades together. Good, and arise. Good, once up, head over hips. Give things a little shake. Maybe a march. The march with the opposite arm and knee. And this is a clearing. This is micro balance if you were to go slower, but we're clearing right now.
This is how you march if you're a majorette.
And you were a majorette, Mary.
Head major. Not grad.
Head majorette. Okay, now your chair. I think it would be best in class to have two legs of the chair on your mat, seat of your mat facing your mat. So we're going to do chair pose, and I'm going to have the chair as proprioception. Doesn't matter where. I have it off to my left. We're going to do symmetrical movement of so just so you can see. And I really need the two legs on the vertical side of your chair, on the vertical side of your mat. So face the seat of your chair. Yeah, and Tim, it would be better if you had a seat facing, yes, out the way so you were looking to me. This is what we're going to do. We're going to do chair pose, so I'd like you to see me. So if you set it like this. Yes. Okay, we're not seated yet, and don't use it if you don't need it. But if you need the break, you would sit your weight down. Okay, this is a deeper squat. If maybe we can have a block. It's hard for you to see because I've got this crisscross. But my calves are almost touching the back of the chair. Not quite. This is what it will look like. So Diane, it would be better if you face the center. protruding to face the center. You know what I mean? Seat of the chair faces the center of the room. That way, you look either upward or to the wall. All right, let me just show you before you join me. You know chair pose. You might lift your arms up to frame your ears. You might lift your arms and shape them in cactus. The real work is the lower body and the core. You'll bend your knees. You try to find the seat with your hips. Your knees try to stay akin to ankles. You pull your belly in, lift your heart up. You get close. You get so close you might touch a block. Deep squat. And then rise. If your knees hurt, you wouldn't go that deep. We will repeat. Come close if you needed to in that deep squat. You might just let a little bit of support come in, thighs or whole weight, and then you're going to lift. You'll get good lift if you have to lift everything. Good power. Okay, so let's do that. And then I'll get you into a fold. I'll say, everybody, release. And then I'm going to ask you, touch, block, or not. I'm going to ask you to lift an inch and sit back down. And those are great muscles to keep strong. Okay, but we'll start with the flow. So calves almost touching seat of chair. Block might be something that you touch in a fold, or you might touch the ground. Find your mountain pose. Draw up to the back body. When you're ready, inhale. Arms might frame the ears. Arms might be in cactus, or you might like them out wide. Take an extra breath in. Hug to the midline. As you bend your knees, push your hips back, pull your belly in, lift your chest, and go closer to the chair. And maybe your hands drift down to a deeper squat if all is well with knees. Power through the midline as you rise back up. Rest here momentarily. Take a breath in. Exhale, repeat. Powerful legs, powerful glutes. Squeeze them. Pull belly in, lift heart up. Almost touch the chair or actually release for tiny rest. Touch, block, or drift arms down. Only to rise. Nice. Next one will stay. So breath in, exhale, feel your alignment. Aim for your knees to be aligned with your ankles. Your hips are way back. In this deep squat, your hands drift down. Feel the effort and then rest your weight. Feel that. Maybe your hands are on block or maybe your hands are in cactus. I don't know. Now we're going to lift an inch. Keep your lovely diagonal spine. Pull belly in, chest up. Lift an inch and release. You're going to hold for 2 or 3 counts this time. Ready? Power to the midline. Lift, hold. 1, 2, 3. Release. Let your muscles go soft. Take a breath in and out. I'm going to ask you to hold for 5 or more. Ready? All the muscles at the center of the pelvis and the low back. You lift, you hold, you lift your chest, you keep a diagonal spine. Try your best to feel all that work. And let go. Woo. Now, please rest. Let your weight be held. This can be like a child's pose or like a rag doll. If you don't want head below heart, you could put your elbows on your knees. You should find some release, some rest, some reset of the breath. And rise up. Stand up. And that's that. That's how standing works. So now shake it out. Flap it out. Twist it out. Maybe empty gut sleeves. Trying to just let go now. Trying to give yourself that signal. All that work. It's now starting to slide off of you, roll off your shoulders. Since you have a chair, if you like legs up the chair for your rest pose, put the chair at the seat of your mat. I can always help bring it there. And Setting propped up the way you love for rest pose. If you prefer a bolster, I'm gonna lower the lights. We're coming down. If you like to be on your back, you set all the props up the way you like. If you're saying to yourself, "Well, I don't want to get down," then you might enjoy setting your chair close to the wall, having a block, and setting up a shavasana that gives you good support. Okay, so if you're coming down to the mat, make your way down. And you can do any shape that you want as you arrive to the ground, but eventually I'd like you to come into constructive rest with your knees bent, your feet on the earth, and your arms at your sides, palms up. And just arrive. Breathe and feel all this support for your body. If you are, this was a very demanding class. So if you are tired and you are ready to just turn the motor off and go into Shavasana right now, you are welcome to do that. I'm going to offer a few warm down poses, especially a twist. This is my favorite time in the practice to twist the spine with all of this, all the fluids in your body flowing. So if you're joining me in warm down movements, lift your feet off the ground and pull bent knees to your chest and give them a squeeze. Give them a squeeze. Stay static at first, please. Pull nose towards knees, core, and then release the head and point and flex your ankles. Go slow here and feel the full range. A big a movement as you can muster. Then release that and circle. Go slow. Just noticing ankles. They're all hydrated now. They've provided quite a bit of stability for us in these lateral poses and single leg balance poses. Go the other way. Excellent. And then Apanasana. Interlace your hands on the right knee and send the left leg long. Flex both feet. Push that left heel away while you pull the right knee in and push your shoulder blades down to the earth. And if you want to add a little bit of work, you would lift the left leg off the ground an inch or two and hug into the pelvis, the same muscles that lifted you off the chair in a deep squat. Lift them up, squeeze them in, and everything softens as you switch your legs. Take your time, feeling the difference. Flex your feet, and then add in. So press, right heel away, foot flex. Pull left knee in, push shoulder blades down, pull chin towards chest. You could stay here or lift that right leg an inch and pull into the pelvis, inner thighs, pelvic floor, glutes. Know where it is, know where it is, and know how to activate it. It's your center of gravity. It's our friend. Okay, let go. Put both feet on the earth, two bent knees. Just an easy breath in and out. Just feeling Shavasana on the march. I'd like to twist you. I'm going to offer both legs. So pulling the inseam of the legs together. Take your arms to a T, palms down. Squeeze through the inseam of the legs. Lift the feet a little. No need to overdo this. My knees are over my hips. And then take the knees, the legs, as one unit off to the right. Keep steady through your arms. Press both shoulders to the earth. Go wherever you can. Maybe the right toe touches the ground for waist support. Look left. Twist here. Breathe. Exhale. Now use your arm. Use everything. Press down through palms, arms, core, inseam of the legs helps you untwist. Find your center when it feels right. Take the legs as a single unit, squeezing the legs together. Take them over to the left. You might hold them for more core work, but I'm putting my left edge of foot down and turning to look right, pulling right shoulder down as much as you're able. You get the twist that you're ready to receive as you breathe in and out. And then gaze to the ceiling. Use everything you got to untwist safely or just set your feet on the ground and let knees be supported. In time, you're back in constructive rest. Take a full body stretch. Enjoy all the spaciousness. Stretch symmetrically or stretch one side at a time, long until you're ready to let go. This letting go for Shavasana is always your preference. I do recommend if you're willing to try legs up the chair because it levels your pelvis. It takes weight off of your low back, especially after a demanding class like this. So if you're interested in trying that, I would put a blanket seat over your chair. And you want the backs of your knees to touch the seat of your chair. If anybody in the studio wants that, I can help.
Yeah, I'm pretty tired. But
So you guys try to get up nice and help you. If you lie back, when you're ready, lift your feet. And just give me feedback. Walk back to the knee. From top to true, chin up. One. Nice. Great. So taking the time to get comfortable, I wanted to do a brief guide, settling you into the most important pose of the practice. Settling into your stillness. Take a moment to remember some of the poses and shapes you placed your body in, and then release that. Bring awareness to your face. Soften eyebrows, outer corners of eyes, outer corners of your mouth. Edges of your nose, and the muscles of your jaws near your ears. Just invite them to soften. Feel your scalp. And now shift awareness to the front of your throat. Soften. Now bring awareness to the space between the back of your skull and where it meets these soft muscle tissues of the neck. Breathe into these muscles that can be quite tight. Imagine that you're slowly walking down the mountain of your spine. You're walking your awareness down the 7 cervical vertebrae of the neck and all the muscles alongside them, softening. Start walking down the 12 thoracic vertebrae between the scapula, backs of your ribs. Now walking down the lumbar spine,
Notice when you get to the flat bone of your sacrum, feel into the blanket or the mat supporting the back of the pelvis and soften this whole area that was so essential for our foundation, for our support, for our stability. Now it rests. Sense your legs. The backs of your legs got to work out. Let blood course through these muscles, reviving them, resting them. Feel the fronts of your legs, your quads. Sense your knees and lower legs, and those ankles. And now your feet. Linger here to tune into sensation in the soles of your feet, a map of the body. Now surrender into the pose of Shavasana. Invite in a deeper breath and release it, bringing your awareness closer to your body. You move small parts of the periphery. Could start with your head, turning it one way, and gently and slowly moving it the other way. When it returns, you might shift to the bottom of the body and wiggle toes, pivot ankles, move the fingers. When it feels right, allow your body to move in any way that feels good. Take your time, stretching back into the skin that holds your spirit for a while. Eventually, you'll press props away, bend your knees, and roll to one side and pause there. Lying on your side, support your head with a bent elbow or a blanket. Curling knees in, this fetal pose position is a moment of integration. Let things settle and imprint upon your soul and upon your cells. Then, in your own time, arms, hands press you upright. When you're upright, you might sit on a prop to support your spine or sit in the chair, rest your back against the wall. When you're settled, bring your hands to meet. These two healing hands. Lower the thumbs to the sternum and sharpen up that posture with a little length, a little stretch. Open the heart, drawing the shoulders back and float your head. With the channels open, you remember your intention. Call it back in. You might also recall the group intention of balance that was offered. Linger in the balance. Feel into your balance. It's part of your design. You just return to it. And take it with you. I repeat the quote from the Tao Te Ching. What I fight weakens me. Whatever I cooperate with strengthens me. We join our voices, our energy, our very spirits, and we unite them and amplify them and seal the practice with a single chant of Om. Find your exhale. Inhale. Om. The light in me sees and honors and bows to the very same light in each of you. Namaste. Namaste at home. Thank you for joining me and sharing your energy. We have a week off. The studio closes, so you have access to.
2 weeks.
No, I'm back on July 9th. Or what a weekend. The week after 4th of July, I'm back on Friday, and I'm taking Colleen's Monday gentle and extra gentle. So, got some choices.
I have Colleen for the jazz class.
Yes, and so she's moved to North Carolina or South Carolina.